A very common question I get as an online nutrition and fitness coach is, what should I eat before my workouts? How do I refuel after? And today we're gonna dive into just that. Hi, I'm Kelsey Nanini, certified strength and conditioning specialist and certified nutrition coach. I help you go from frequent gym goer to strong, confident, educated athlete. And today I'm going to be doing just that by chatting through what your pre and post-workout nutrition should look like. When we are looking at your peri-workout nutrition meals, we need to look at the amount of time you have available. In an ideal world, having your pre-workout meal 2 to 3 hours prior to your lift is great. It's going to allow for the food to digest and be on your way to an energetic session. However, I know that many of you are very busy beings. Some of you may be working out first thing in the morning, and the 2 to 3 hour window may not be possible. So today I'm going to dive into exactly what meals should look like prior to your training and after your training to make sure we are optimizing your performance and your strength. Now, everyone is going to most likely have a varying opinion on what these amounts should look like, but this is what I have found to be tried and true for not just myself, but my clients as well. So before a workout, let's say that you have the 2 to 3 hour window to allow for that meal to digest and then utilize that energy on your lift. We want to look at about 25 to 40 grams of protein. If you didn't know, protein is extremely crucial to building and repairing your muscles. If you've ever seen someone that's just jacked or even toned, they take their protein seriously. Protein is crucial to this process. And if you want to get stronger, you want to build muscle, you need to be having your protein. As far as carbs and fats go, we want to have about 5 to 15% of your daily intake of fats. You want to keep fats lower both before and after your workouts because while they do convert into glycogen in the body for energy, they also digest very slowly. So even though we are giving that 2 to 3 hour window, we don't want to still be digesting that meal during your lift. We want all of the energy in your body to be going towards lifting. That is why fats are actually very satiating and keep you fuller longer because they digest slower. Very similarly, so do complex carbs. These are things that are higher in fiber, so oats, whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, brown rice. Things that take a little bit longer to break down because of the higher fiber content are things that we do want to try to avoid if possible prior to a workout, especially if you are short on time. We don't, again, want to be digesting that food during the lift. And then as far as carbs go, we want to try to shoot for about 20 to 30% of your total daily intake prior to your lift. Now, I know I used some percentages there. Let's say that you don't actually track your intake. That is totally fine. To keep it simple, before your workout, you want a high protein, high carb meal, especially if you have that 2 to 3 hour time window. This could be something like a Greek yogurt bowl with a bunch of granola and some lower fiber fruit like banana. It could be an egg white omelet with some veggies in it, as well as a couple pieces of toast on the side. It could be a huge ass bowl of cereal with some milk poured in as well for protein. I personally have a bowl of oats with some PB Fit, some jelly, and honey, and I find that this definitely helps me in my energy for my workouts, given I am leaving that 2 to 3 hour window. It is a little bit higher in fiber, but me personally, I have found that I don't have an issue digestively or anything like that with this meal prior to working out. So there is some nuance to there. Finding what works for you is also very important. Now, let's say that you are working out, but you only have less than an hour before you are going to train. So you train early in the morning, or maybe you decide to train at a different time last minute, and you just need something quick and easily digestible. Having a couple rice cakes with even some like PB Fit on it, or a little bit of peanut butter, again, be wary of the fat intake because that is going to digest slower. But having the rice cakes, even drizzling some honey on top of it. Again, a serving of cereal could be a great option here. You could even just do a quick banana and maybe a Greek yogurt for some protein. Things that are quicker digesting carbs, so higher glycemic carbs. Again, that would be like fruit snacks, even honey, those honey sticks. or even the gels or the gummies that runners take during the race. Those are very quick digesting carbs and easy to consume. Those are also a great option for intra workout. Now, intra lift carbs are not necessary, but they can be helpful if you're training for longer than 2 hours. That is a long time to train, and most people are not doing that or shouldn't be doing that, but if you are training for something, it could be necessary. In this case, for every hour over 2 hours that you're training, so this could even be if you lift for an hour and a half and then you're gonna go run for 45 minutes, we want to have about 15 grams of protein and 30 to 45 grams of carbs for every hour in addition to those 2 hours that you are training. Again, intra-workout, not super important for most people that are lifting, but it is good to know. And then lastly, when we are looking at post-workout, we again want to prioritize protein and carbs. Again, keeping fats lower, 5 to 15% of your daily intake, and keeping fiber minimal to again help with the glycogen restoration process. We want to get all the glycogen that you utilized in your workouts. We want to refuel that after your lift. You may notice that after you finish training, you're a little bit more tired. It's because you exerted your energy on the training part of it. So now, if you want to maintain those energy levels for the rest of the day, we got to restore it. So fats are actually converted into glycogen in the body, but again, we want to keep it minimal because of the slower digesting process. We do want to prioritize more quicker digesting carbs here, but you can have a little bit more fiber here as long as your digestive system allows for it, if you will. And of course, we want to prioritize protein to get that protein into the muscles quickly to start repairing and building those muscles up. Within 2 hours of finishing your training session, you want to try to shoot for about 25 to 40 grams of protein. I will say for myself, I do perfectly fine with having upwards of 50 grams of protein. More recent research has shown that you can indeed have more than 30 grams of protein in one sitting and actually utilize that protein. Before, there was myths that if you had more than 30 grams of protein in one sitting, that it just sat in your body and was never utilized. That has since been debunked. So if your digestive system allows, you can have more protein post-workout. I would suggest still keeping that 25 to 40 grams prior to the workout if you have that 2 to 3 hour window, because protein does digest a little slower as well, which keeps you satiated for longer. But post-workout, if your digestive system is cool with it, you can go a little bit higher than the 25 to 40 grams. As far as carbs go, again, we want to prioritize the higher carbs, restore that glycogen nice and quickly post-workout. We want to shoot for about 25 to 40% of your daily allotment of carb intake. This may seem like a lot, and it may take some time to train your body for this. So keep that in mind. When we are starting to consume more amounts of anything within one sitting, we want to be mindful of our gut health. So if we need to start training the gut, maybe start with 25% of your daily carb allotment and go from there. And again, keeping fats at about 5 to 15% of the daily allotment as well. And if you are someone who is not currently tracking your food, that is perfectly fine. The same rule applies. You want to have a good portion of protein and carbs, keeping fiber and fats moderate. The biggest takeaway I want you to get out of this is that if you want to make gains in the gym, you want to get stronger, you want to grow muscle, you want to look like a badass athlete, you have to fuel your body to do so. It doesn't mean that you have to drink a protein shake after you're done training. I rarely do that, but I do prioritize protein and carbs both before and after my workout. And let me tell you, that has been the absolute game changer for not just myself, but my clients as well, not just in performance, but also in leveling up their physique. If you want to learn more about this, I educate my clients about this all the time and make sure that their pre and post-workout nutrition is tailored to them, their goals, and beyond. Feel free to check out the description box below. I included a link to my website that covers everything included in one-on-one coaching, and also a link to apply for one-on-one coaching as well. As always, give this video a thumbs up so that I know that this video was helpful to you. Comment below any other topics you'd like to see me create some YouTube videos on. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.